want to go around, you're gonna anchor it like that. Bam. Okay. Now I only do it once. So I start, get the vein out one time around. Now I open up my hand. Okay, spread my fingers as far as I can. Now I'm gonna go across the back side where my pinky's at. Okay, and we're just, all I'm doing here is making it look better. Really, I kind of want to keep this open because when I I have a big hand and I need, that shit has to go somewhere. If it has nowhere to go, it's gonna start cutting off my circulation, which I had an issue with. So here we go. We go once, we go around the back, and this is just, now we're just gonna cover this gel pad, right? Because I used to make a big old pad, but now I have my gel pad, so I'm gonna cover the front part of the pad first. There we go. Make it look nice, but keep your fingers spread as wide as you can. Like, don't just spread them wide. Okay, and then don't go crazy tight on this either. Just go enough to make it tight so it doesn't move, and then you go through the back side. Now I've got the whole pad covered. You see that? So now I got the whole pad covered. Okay, and now I'm done. I'm done with my pad. I need this wrap. I need this extra wrap because I got big ass hands. It's gone around 9 inches, 18 inches. That's 18 inches already gone because my hands are stupid big. Now I'm gonna go around to the back side of my hand. I should put, it's gonna create this X because I started this part of the X right here. I went around twice here. Now I'm gonna finish the X, but don't go crazy on it because you're gonna move your hand. You're gonna cut your circulation off. Tight, but not too tight. And I'm gonna come around the back of my wrist. Okay, back to the top. Now I'm gonna go between the pinky and the ring finger. Okay, and just cinch that down. But as you're cinching that down, right, bam, you got it cinched down. Now create the fist, but at the same time you're kind of pulling this across here. So you get it between the fingers. You turn it. Make sure that you don't fucking flip your wrap over or twist it. So because you want to end up on the right side. So you get between the fingers. Okay, you get it over here. Make a fist. Make a fist, because if you don't make a fist, you're gonna go too tight around the hand. You're gonna cut your circulation off, which is a problem I have. So you go here, you make the fist, you go around the backside. Okay, now you're locked in. Okay, you're done. Now open back up and let's do it again between the ring finger and the middle finger. Okay, now you're gonna go right up to the index finger, which I didn't say that before, but you're gonna come here. You're going to go to the index finger. You're going to make the fist again. Get that vein to come out. I mean, you can't see it because it's covered, but you make that vein come out. Okay, because you're going to come around the hand. You're squeezing the hand. Come around the wrist. Open it back up. You're going to do it one more time between the index and the middle finger. And then same thing. You're going to come across. Make that fist tight. And go around the back of the hand. Okay, so from here now from here, you got a nice, your hand is fucking almost done, but it's just about done. Your hand is good. You got your hand, it's got the 3 X's across 4 actually, and that's going to keep all your hand bones. When you make your fist, your hand bones are not going to spread. You know what I mean? They're not going to spread open, and they're going to stay tight so that when you make contact, they're not spreading and putting too much pressure on one of those bones and it will break. So now here you go. Make your fist, because you're going to go around the wrist once more. Around the wrist one time. Just once for me. Okay? Because I need this wrap. I need more wrap. So what I'm going to do, because I have dislocated this ligament on my thumb, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get my thumb. I used to never do my thumb because I didn't have enough wrap. But that's not a problem anymore because I bought this other kind of wrap. So there we go. Bam. Around the thumb, after the wrist. I used to do it without going through the wrist one time, and it just doesn't hit the right angle from here. It would come around and go up, and it just ain't right. So then I go around, and you kind of want to make this, not super tight, but tight. Because what you're doing essentially by pinning this back, if you hit here, you're not going to break your thumb in this area. So you want this kind of like a thumbs up. you know, pulling back on it. And then I just do it again, one more time, around the thumb. I've broken that ligament. I need that support. Okay, you may just want to go around once. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you really how to do this wrap, but this is the way I do it. And I'm a diesel mechanic, and I need my hands, and I'm telling you, this is protecting me. Okay, so see how hard it is to kind of do that when you put your thumb in there and you make contact right here. It's gonna be pulling back on that thumb, and it will not allow you to break that shit. So here we go. Now create your vein again. Boom, get that vein to bulge out. Start slowly, not too tight. Okay, I can't stress that enough. And then go about half length of the wrap, go around. Just start kind of working your way up the wrist. Okay, you're gonna get up here, maybe 3, you know, whatever you feel comfortable, about right there, about halfway up the forearm, a little bit less. Then start going back down. Kind of go back down and get all the little, see how I have like little weak spots where the fat's coming out or whatever. For me, it's the fat coming out. So you just want to cinch that up. You see them little bulges coming through? And then you want to finish right around the wrist. Right around the wrist here. So you got to make it tight, but not too tight, but always making that vein come out. Okay, so you got the vein coming out because that will stop your blood flow right there. And around and finish it right there on the wrist. So you got a lot of wrist, you got your thumb, you got your hands protected. Now you're left with this, and I like this setup. Okay, this is my setup that I like, and the reason I like this is because there's nothing here. You know, when you're done here, I've seen them where they go down through the fingers and they come across right here, and it leaves a big old mess right here, like a big old padded mess right here. I don't know how anybody boxes like that. I mean, you can't make a good, you'd probably be like this, making a fist with this big old, like, you know, I don't even know how you do it. It's just too much of not a closed fist enough. You know, you can't close your hands. So from this point, you can spread your fingers, close your fingers. Your thumb can't really bring it to, you're fighting your thumb. Okay, now take this, the extra, and pin it around. Pin it in there. Okay, you're going to pin that in. There. Now you got, you know, you can even see my hands, they're red. I need that little bit, this little bit of space right here. This little bit of space right here will cut my hand off. Or just cut the circulation off to like my fingers and shit, and I just can't fight like that. So, you know, that's how I do my wrap. As you can see, by pulling the wrap through the fingers and pushing it down, so this is my whole little chunky fingers are in here, right? And the wrap is where my knuckle is. My knuckle's right here. My knuckle's like right there. So the wrap is literally right here. You know, nothing really there. But how are you going to get, you know, how are you going to hit that? This is where you're going to hit anyway. And you got a nice little bar. Now when you slide your hand in the glove, for me, I have big hands. This is going to come down like this. But the little grip bar of the glove will be here, and you'll still have a good, you'll still be able to make a good fist here. You know what I'm saying? So push it up here above the fingers, and then when you put the glove in, it's gonna come down. It's gonna you know, it's gonna push down because you're gonna be squeezing your hand in. So that's how I do my wrap, and to me, this is the best way, man. This is the best way. It's tight. My hand is tight. I can't break my hand like this. And when your hand is this, you know, well protected with the gel padding and everything, and a lot of wrist support, and for my big, you know, hands, if you could probably do this, if you have small hands, you could probably protect all your knuckles, get around the thumb 2 or 3 times, get around your wrist 1,000,000 times, and you won't have this issue having to get the ringside 205-inch hand wraps. You could probably do it with the 180, but because I have big hands, and I don't ever see anybody putting up, you know, putting up a lot of videos about how to wrap your hands with some big hands. shout out again Fit to Box, because he put this similar way to do it, you know. And I'm not sure if he goes around the wrist, how many times he goes around or whatever. But another thing that this helps with is sweat. You know, people complain they got a lot of sweat in their hands, and just so that you can see, you know, I gotta loosen these up because, you know, I don't really like a lot of wrist pressure, but, you know, so I'll put my glove on. And there's the actual bar is right underneath the bar here. I like to get my hands stuffed in there real good. So there you go, man. So there you go. You know, it's protected almost all the way up this long cuff, and yeah, this is 18 ounce, and it goes all the way up, and you're gonna have no problem knocking somebody silly with this glove, and they won't have a problem with you hitting them with this glove, because this is a very well padded glove. You know, for a later video I could do a review, but that's how I have them. The wrist is it's going protected here, you know, and then when I do, because I use the lace and loop system, so what I do is, you know, not go too tight here, but when I tighten them, I go around, I tighten it up here where this piece is, where this is right here. And that, you know, the forearm, I kind of leave that loose because as they say, there's a guy on ratethisgear.com or whatever, he's on YouTube also, but he talks about leaving the forearm loose. I used to make them tight, and what he says is when you're making your fist and you got a tight little grip on your forearm, it's hard for you to make that fist because the forearm is being strangled, and every time you